Welcome to Ask the Rabbi. This is a potential series where you guys can literally ask me any question you want. It could be religious, it could be about anything else. I'm gonna do everything in my ability to answer. We had some very interesting conversations.
Are Jews connected to 9/11?
Honestly, follow the Twitch and join the Discord if you want to be a part of future stuff like this, and let me know if you enjoy. Alright, what's up, bro? What's your question?
In the Wehrmacht, in the German army, was there such thing as an unwilling conscript? Because they could have mutinied, they could have defected, they could have revolted, they could have done all of that, but then instead they chose to be a part of the German army when they could have done 1,000,001 different things.
You're saying, did people... You're saying, is there a thing as someone that he sort of had to do what he had to do? He didn't want to do it, but he was sort of forced to do it? Great question.
That's my question.
No, great question. Great question. Shoot, am I going to piss people off? I honestly don't feel like there's going to be a right answer to this, because on one aspect, here, the Jew dancing around the question as usual. But here, let me speak this out loud. Like, you want to do what's best for you and what you could do to survive. On the other aspect, there's the idea of, like, would you kill a person? Are you talking about, like, leading Jews to, like, a chamber or, like, to a car? Or are you talking about, like, holding a gun and holding it to their heads? You know, like, there's many situations with this that the context could be different. If you're asking me as a Jewish person, I don't really know if it could exist. Obviously, I'm heavily biased because you have the choice to kill someone. If you're, like, a pawn and you're one of the soldiers and you never actually killed someone, but you participated, obviously that's not nearly as bad.
You're still a cog of a totalitarian one-party state.
For sure. What I'm doing is, I mean, I like thinking both sides. I like playing devil's advocate. That's, I mean, because if you're too one-sided, then that could be dangerous. There's still a part of that 100%. Now, if you're saying, should they have done it? Would you rather be, like, have themselves killed and not participate? I don't know if that's my question to answer, because I can't give that answer, because there's too many factors into that question. Okay, next guy up.
I just wanted to know, what was it like growing up, like, as a Jew? Were you getting bullied and stuff?
Shit, so it was kind of like, yo, I'm here, but, like, low-key I'm Jewish, you know? But to be perfectly honest, basically, I went to, like, a religious school growing up, you know? I went to a Jewish elementary school, high school. Everyone around me was religious, so I wasn't bullied in that aspect. Obviously, the concept of bullying still exists because it exists in every community. I mean, I was fine, thankfully. I only started experiencing, like, that real, like, Jew type of hatred when I went on social media, or like those couple times in public where people would say crap. But other than that, growing up, I've been pretty fine, but because, you know, I grew up in a religious safe community, and I'm lucky for that. So, yo, what's going on, bro? What's your question?
Was this your first time, like, streaming, or did you have, like, a stream, like, name before that or something that you ever did?
Like, did I ever have another social media before Jewboi? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
I did. I had a YouTube channel where I played a knockoff version of Agario. I got it to like 8,000 subscribers. It was just my voice. I was really damn good at the game. No one's better than me at Agario. I'm level 100 in Agario. You can't beat me. I had a little...
I bet I could beat that.
Good luck. That is out. That is so long. I had that little YouTube channel before that. Nothing related to Judaism, though. Just some gaming.
All right.
Yeah, I appreciate the question, bro. Have a good one. Bro, y'all are wholesome. Y'all are pretty wholesome so far. What's up, bro? What's your question?
My question is, we're both from Ohio.
True.
You know?
True. Bengals winning it all.
What's up with Cincinnati chili, man?
What? What do you say?
What's up with the Cincinnati chili?
What's your... why? What exactly do you have to... What's wrong with the chili?
It's all weird and stuff.
So what's funny is you're actually all weird and stuff too. It's actually pretty interesting. No, I'm serious. I've never had Skyline chili in my entire life. I've seen all the commercials. It's not kosher. I can't have it. So I actually can't give an opinion on how the chili tastes.
Skyline chili is non-kosher?
Huh? I mean, it's a mixture of cheese and meat, and that's not allowed in Jewish law. So yeah, I can't have it. What is your question?
What is your like favorite part about Judaism? Like, there's just a simple part. Just like, what's your favorite part about it?
I love how we run the world and like we orchestrate everybody by puppets, and like we do that to like string the media and get everyone on our side so that they can hear our propaganda.
Okay.
I like the aspect of God and the effect that it can have on people and overall morality. I also like the holidays. They're pretty epic. The community is pretty like joyous and they're very nice, and we're all dancing with each other during the holidays. But
yeah, like I'm an atheist, yet I still. I mean, it's.
What? Yo, this is low key pretty normal so far.
Hello.
Okay, what's your question, bro?
Nah, I don't have a question. I just want to play Gartic Phone in the waiting room.
I mean, good for you. That's it.
What is your opinion on the Israeli?
Oh my freaking! I'm not saying. I have an opinion, but I'm not saying it because once I start going, I'm not stopping. By the way, that's like the main reason.
What's your biggest goal aside from the whole social media?
Like religious or like in general?
No, I mean like in general, you know? Some people have a goal of having a family, some people have a goal of writing a book.
Oh, like an end goal? I'll tell you this, like, because I do want to do social media for a living, so that is actually an end goal, and I do want to go down this route. I obviously, during that process, I would love to get married at a young age, start a family, have a bunch of kids, maybe dabble into some other arts. I want to continue working out, and I want to continue adding more, obviously, into my learning and my Judaism and things like that, and being able to do all those things at the same time without one of the things getting in the way of the other thing. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, it does. Man.
I don't know if you even know what this is, but where would you land on the political compass?
I did the compass test a while back. I remember it being very, very, like, almost in the center. It really is towards middle, like, right libertarians, I'm pretty sure. I don't remember when I took this, though. It might be different now. And I'm always changing my views every single whatever.
Oh, this is not a political question. This is more of a general question.
Yeah, okay.
Can you see yourself doing Aliyah in the future as well?
So Aliyah, for those who don't know, is basically just moving to Israel. It's called Aliyah because it's higher level Israel. Do I see myself moving there? I don't think so. Not for any like particular reason. I think I just like America like that.
Does the Jewboi consume Ben Shapiro content?
You know what? I'll answer this question. Why not? Obviously, fellow Jewish man. So I respect my Jewish brethren. I do, but I don't. Because sometimes he's like, yap. But sometimes he's like, oh yeah, no, he has a really good point there. Overall, I mean, yeah, I guess. I'm not like an avid like watcher for him.
What inspired you to become a YouTuber?
I watched a YouTube video by a man named Kobaner9456. He played Let's Plays of Super Mario Bros. On the Wii. First ever like gaming videos I ever saw on YouTube. I just enjoyed them heavily, and I wanted to like make gaming videos also because of that. So I started making gaming videos, and then just slowly branched to me wanting to make more like real life types of videos. And then I was like, you know what? I'll put myself out there. I'll put my Judaism out there, and I'll make the content that I make now. I saw the concept when I was a kid, and I thought it was so cool that like you could make videos and people could like watch them and enjoy them, and like yeah, you could make money from that also like that. It was so cool to see that as a kid. That's mainly what inspired me to do it.
This is a more religious question.
Okay. Okay. I am a rabbi. Technically.
You're a rabbi, really?
Yeah, I low-key got it like a month and a half ago. That doesn't mean I'm like knowledgeable in everything. It just means I'm certified.
From what you know of Islam and Christianity, which would you say is more close to Judaism?
I'd say Islam probably. There's just many practices we do that are similar. Like specifically because there's many words that we use that are similar. Like we use we use the word Gehenna. You use what's your word for hell? It's like Jahannam or something. I know like they give. I'm pretty sure they give like a percentage of their money to charity also, which Christians might also do by like they call it sadaqah, I'm pretty sure, when we call it tzedakah. So like there's many similarities and there's many root words that we derive similar things from. So overall, and just like our practices and modesty and premarital things, and not eating pork, there's one right there, like these types of things, I'd say Judaism and Islam have very similar things. In Christianity, there's some similarities, but overall, I'd probably think there's more similarities with Islam and Judaism than Christianity.
And obviously, you were a Jew, and you're religiously Jewish.
What?
And the Talmud.
Sorry.
I said
I was joking.
What's it called? Obviously, the Talmud says a lot of things about Jesus, and I'm not trying to like argue with you or anything. What is your genuine opinion on Jesus as a person?
What do I think of Jesus as a person? Historically, what I think and what majority of Jewish people think is he was a man who was Jewish. Yeah. He was a very smart Jewish man who was a false prophet, did blasphemy. He claimed he was, claimed he was Messiah. And I'm not going to get into the whole debate of how he could claim that. Jews believe that when the Messiah comes, war will stop and the Jews will return to the land of Israel, like that whole situation, and those things didn't happen. And he was a rabbi, and he was smart, he was a genius, and he rebelled, and he claimed all these things that we believe objectively weren't true because clearly the prophecies didn't end up happening, and we believe that he died, right? Like that we told the Romans, and the Romans didn't allow new religions to be made because back then everyone was making new religions during that time period, and we believe that was one of them, and we told the Romans, and the Romans put them on the cross because that's how they killed everybody back then. Technically, we did snitch, technically. I believe so. I believe so. Also, the Talmud, like, it should be known that the Talmud is not a book of laws. Also, a lot of them are just like, stories that a rabbi might have heard, so he's just saying something he might have heard inside the Talmud. So not all those things specifically in regards to Jesus might necessarily be true. Maybe they are. I don't know. It kind of makes, I mean, I can understand why they'd say that, because we got persecuted obviously by those followers during the Roman Empire, but specifically with like other stuff, when people talk about the Talmud and non-Jews, obviously all those things are out of context and not true.
Thank you for your honest conversation.
Yeah, no, for sure. A lot of people avoid this stuff, but I mean, I like saying it how it is, so I hope I answered your question to some extent. Wholesome conversations in the Jewboi chat.
What kind of video games do you like, bro?
I like story type games or like shooter type games, because I play Fortnite and I play that's my comfort game. Fortnite's my comfort game that I'll just play randomly. I used to play Valorant, I used to play Rocket League. If you're talking about like story games, I just finished God of War, that was epic. I've been playing the Wolfenstein games recently because my subscribers told me to play it. I'm playing Old Blood right now. It's whatever. But when I was younger, I mainly played platformers like Mario, Sonic, so I never really got into the story types of games. So right now, I'm just catching up on all those games. I want to play Red Dead Redemption 2, like all these types of games I plan on playing in the future.
I do highly recommend Red Dead Redemption 2.
It's like 70 gigs, I think. Also, it's like $70. No, it's like 100 something gigabytes and like $70. I just spent $1 billion on video games, so.
What anime have you seen, dude? Like,
are you ready?
What anime?
Because I'm kind of a weeb. Yeah. Not really. I'm a new weeb. I'm very new into anime. Here, I'll tell you what I watched so far and once I've started. Well, Pokemon doesn't really count. I watched it when I was younger.
I mean...
maybe it does. I watched it when I was younger, not even knowing it was an anime. I watched everything till Black and White. Then what ended up happening was I saw that one of the episodes of Attack on Titan was like a perfect score, like next to like a Breaking Bad episode. So I was like, okay, let me check out this show if it's really that good. And I heard people talk about it. So I watched Attack on Titan, and that's amazing. I watched My Hero Academia. I started Hunter x Hunter. I'm in the middle of that. Avatar Last Airbender, if that counts. I finished Death Note. I started JoJo. Oh, and Demon Slayer. Yeah, Jewboi's low-key an anime enthusiast. Like, I don't know how else to say it, bro. Oh, I also watch Yu-Gi-Oh!
How often do you think about the Roman Empire?
So, obviously that's that, cringe TikTok question, but unironically yesterday, and today, because literally someone just talked to, someone was asking me about Jesus a second ago, so I brought up like the Catholic Church, so literally a few seconds ago, but also yesterday, I made a TikTok about like persecution during the Roman Empire, how Jews had to like became moneylenders and things like that, for Christians.
More or less, do you think, other than the religious beliefs of the Torah, the pragmatic things about it, like when it was written, and like more or less that it was a guide to just try to guide society than it was a bunch of belief, because I read it a lot more pragmatically.
You're saying more of like just a book on how to conduct your life versus these are miracles that happened?
To a point, because honestly, I look at some of the stuff and I'm like, oh dude, these are like zealots.
You're saying is Judaism something that like I'd sacrifice my life for? Is that what you're asking?
No, I'm asking if you looked at it in both the miracle sense but also the pragmatic sense of like, oh, this is probably why we lived the way that we did, whether it be like kosher and stuff or just trying to avoid disease, or if you just look
you're
at
saying like you're saying one's more of like blind faith while the other one is like critical thinking of how you got to a point.
Yes.
Yeah, no, for sure, 100%. I mean, I look at it in two aspects, 100%. Obviously, like I have a strong faith for it. I would give up my life for it. Like I am very strong about it. At the same time, I do like the intellectual, critical side of it and how we got certain things and how we got weird ass traditions, like where that even came from. Like knowing that this tradition isn't even a religious thing per se, but just like how the groups of people lived back in like medieval times and things like that. But 100%, I look at it on both aspects, and I think you need both of them if you want to actually have if you want to have a proper religion. I think so. If you want to actually know what you're if you want to know what some people just believe, but you also want to know what you're talking about and how you got to certain things. Like we wave like chickens over our head like at a certain time of year to like, and like the sins go to the chickens. Like how the hell does that happen? It's this whole thing that that goes to the animals, and it's like to make up for like the sacrifices. It's a whole whatever. But 100%, I look at it in both aspects, faith and intellectual for sure.
Do you mind if I ask you one more quick question?
Why not?
Do you think that based on the Torah that God is kind of a dick?
No, I don't think so.
Not at all. Okay.
Do we want specification or I actually that's gonna be a long conversation. I mean, if you like,
that's fair.
Because we could go on all day about this. But I'll just give you my answer, which is I don't think so. I think overall he's just, and we can't understand what he does, but it's all a part of the plan, which is the answer nobody likes. But in general, that's what I'd say.
You trying to run duos with me and Mustache Man?
Respectfully, I would legitimately, like, I destroy you and Mustache Man in Fortnite. I'm not even being like I'm low-key clapped in Fortnite. Like, it's just how it is. Not clapped. Wait, cracked. Shit. Oh no. Oh no.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how kosher are you?
In what aspect are you asking that question? Like, about the food? How much do I keep kosher?
General.
Or like, or like as like a person?
As a person.
As a person, I'd say I'm like an 8 out of 10. 10 being fully doesn't use the internet, doesn't, you know, do anything like perfect, whatever, even though you can't really be perfect. Cause like, listen, bro, like I'm online. I make edgy jokes. I curse. I make inappropriate jokes. I'm not like the craziest Jew, but I recognize that I'm not, and I do what I can to be the best version of myself.
Are Jews connected to 9/11?
Honestly, well, let me guess. Money mysteriously disappeared, and that person was. Here's my problem. Whether you gave it to the whole thing, money disappeared, a guy got insurance on a building, the whole whatever, or running, or the elitist ones. My problem specifically with when you say Jews did this and did that is that these guys aren't Jews, bro. Maybe like their grandfather on their father's side was like European Jewish, maybe, and he's 30% ethnically Jewish. But these guys aren't religious. They're not religiously considered Jewish majority of the time. Even if they are, they don't even follow the religion, right? They don't look like me. Like they're not doing the Jewish crap. And what my problem with it is when people say Jews, they're not thinking of these old bald guys that with big noses and that's it. You know, they're thinking of freaking people that look like me, or the caricatures I see in these forums are the Hasidic Jews with the long curls and the yarmulke and the hat and the big nose. Like, that's my problem with the whole Jews thing, because these guys they don't represent Judaism, they don't do anything related to Judaism, but it's the people like me that get all the jokes, and these guys are just chilling on the top. That's my problem with it.
Do you think we're in Yemai Mashiach? Like, people used to say, "Oh, COVID time, we're definitely in Yemai Mashiach." What about
well, let me say that in English, like the coming of Mashiach, right? The coming of the Messiah. You're asking, do I believe that we're in the end times of the coming of the Messiah? I always believe it. I believe it's coming now. You know, I believe it's coming. Like, you have to wake up. I'm a part of the the Chabad movement. And it's very much ingrained in our movements that do everything you can to make it happen, to make it come, to make it appear, and that you should thrive and wake up, you know, with it and wanting to bring it every day and to believe that's going to come every day. So I think we're always in those times. It'll come today, and it's not specifically because of one thing or another, but because we do everything that we can to make it come.
Did you go to yeshiva?
I did at one point, yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah, great. Yes, I got a Jewish education. I mean, yeah. With that being said, I have a very special announcement that I've kept this private for a very long time. I started a podcast with my brother. We have a bunch of episodes already out. I wanted to make sure I could get this thing going. And if you're into genuine conversation, as well as lots of actual entertainment, our newest episode is over here. Watch it, listen to it, enjoy it, watch all the other ones, download on Spotify. I really believe I could turn this into something. It's going to be obviously a little bit bumpy in the beginning, but I hope you guys could join me along for the ride. Other than that, smash like, subscribe, goodbye.